problem nowhere on it. It's nice. And my gun shop has another one.
Yeah, well, don't get it. You don't need two of them. You only need one.
I don't like this other one. It's an H&R. But the stock has like an orange color to it.
Yeah.
But it's collector's grade. It's all brand new and everything again. It does have its hard case and its paperwork. But the stock, instead of like having like a brown tone, it has like an orange tone sort of to it. And I don't know. If I didn't have one, I'd be all over it. But the one I got's a Winchester. It's got a nice dark stock on it. I like it.
Yeah, mine's an original Springfield Armory, not the shitty company, the original.
Hey, and I'm also at the moment wearing my GunTube.org T-shirt.
Oh my!
Look at that, man! There you go.
Going all the way. I'm just wearing a PSA AK T-shirt, so
I got like a long sleeve, it's not real warm. It's like the Under Armour or whatever. I got like a long sleeve black shirt, and then I got my black T-shirt over it, trying to stay warm.
I got a sweatshirt on I bought at Costco. $13.99. No, $12.99 actually. It was on sale.
$12.99 for Travis P11. All right.
Well, it is sub-zero outside. I'm just trying to stay nice and toasty.
Yeah, it's less than 10 here, and
we already don't need to know.
We got a foot of snow last night, and I was digging all day for a while. I got a 4-foot fence outside, and the snow's about 3 feet up it.
So, no, it's in the 50s here today. So I'm not freezing my butt off.
Oh, you got tornado weather.
Yeah, nah, it'll be fine. I don't want tornado weather.
Maybe. So once that cold front kind of gets through, maybe it settles down a little bit down your neck of the woods.
Now it's getting down. It was like almost 60 today, but it's gotten down lately to 46. So no.
Oh man, that'd be nice. We're supposed to be in the 30s by next weekend. I'm pretty excited about that. Dude, we were rocking 28 degrees below zero this morning with that wind chill.
Yeah.
I had to go out in that just to experience it. It hurts really bad, really quick. Also, I'll bundle up, took the dog out, and man, it was just nasty out there. Good God.
Yeah, the weather, that's why they changed from global warming to just climate change, because it's having the opposite effect they said it would. They said it was going to get too warm, and it's gotten too cold instead.
Or is it throwing off the weather patterns a little bit now, and it's made them more extreme in each season?
Yeah.
I don't know. With us, it seems like fall is arriving a lot later than it used to. It could just be me, but...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
It probably is just you,
I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems like it gets colder a little bit later for us, but...
I know it's not Ammo Cat's fault.
No, definitely blame the dog and the cat for that one.
It's raining dogs and cats. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Definitely, man. Yeah. One of the best quotes from Ghostbusters ever.
Yeah. No, I like the other one. Yes, it's true, Your Honor. This man has no... I can't say it, but, on the air. But, again, he doesn't have one.
Must be the two Utes.
Yeah, it's those two Utes.
Two Utes.
What the hell is a Ute? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Two Utes.
Youths. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, man.
Yeah, I know.
Watch that.
I've got it. It's a good movie.
It's a classic, man.
Classic, yeah. Yoder saying last night was the first time in his life to see temps dip below zero. -2 feels pretty cold.
Welcome to my world, Yoder.
I'm just glad there was no wind.
Dude, people in Texas are just freaking out, man. They don't know what's going on. They're just like, oh my God. Of course, they're going to be 60 degrees by Thursday. I don't know what the hell they're worried about.
I really hope that cold weather kills off some of those scorpions, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah.
Nature's got to run its course, of course.
So those guys should be out there making a snowman right now. That's what I'd be doing.
Right?
Yeah. I got a buddy who lives down that area, down around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. His kids are just going nuts. They're loving it. They got snow days. They're making snowman right now. They're going sledding. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't get that a lot. So.
Tony is out there saying, ironically, cleaner air from the COVID era will cause more warming. Yeah, probably. Ghost Shadow says at Night Strike, what are the betting odds that 2021 will be worse than 2020? I don't want to even fathom it. Don't ask.
I think we're just going to be in a state of numb where we're not going to feel any worse because, well, it can't get any worse. So there you go.
It's been worse already.
Yeah, really. It's just nothing else surprises us or shocks us anymore.
Don't be an underachiever. This year is going to be terrible. We can do it.
We can make this year worse than 2020.
Come on, guys. Let's go for bronze. There you go. Let's go for bronze.
Bronze? Let's go for last place.
That is last place, man.
Participation. Give me the trophy.
Give me the participation trophy.
Just be fair about it.
What's that ribbon they give you in 4-H for just trying? Is it the blue ribbon? Is that
contest it?
The blue ribbon will be the blue ribbon squad. There you go.
Apparently, Yoder says that's why I have no desire to move to Kansas or Nebraska. I've been in Wichita in the winter. It's not fun.
Yeah, no, this is horrible, Yoder. You don't even know, man. 25 below zero is unreal.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
When you get some wind going on, oh man, Lord have mercy. Yeah, my little cheeks got all rosy red when I was outside with the dog.
All right. Well, it is 9:01 p.m., so it's time to stop the pre-chat. A little window into what we're talking about before we start. So, welcome everyone to Hit or Miss. I'm your host, Night Strike. I'm back. I don't want to talk about why I was gone. Everyone knows why I was gone. We're going to put that in a box and move on. Other than that, I got a couple people showing up this evening as our panelists. Let's go through the room, see who they are, and get this show on the road. So first up, it's my unofficial co-host back from his sabbatical, Travis P11.
Hey, what's going on, man? I appreciate the invite as usual. Sorry, I've been gone for a couple weeks now. Maybe I pop up here and there, but
couple months.
Nah, it hasn't been. I've been on a few shows, but yeah, I like I said, man. I normally hit the hay, but I'm all caught up on stuff, so I thought I'd stay up for a little bit longer this evening and hang out with you guys and just chill. So,
I mean, if we have to make the show shorter, we can make it shorter. It's fine.
No, we're good. I'm good for an hour, man. I'm good for an hour.
All right,
yep,
all right.
I can handle that.
And then we have our correspondent that was covering the Capitol riots for us. We had Rob D, NY Outcast.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me, Night Strike. I'm glad they finally let you out.
Yeah, they finally let me out. You're funny. And last but not least, we have everyone's favorite. Monday Night Rants or Monday Night Raves or something like that.
The moan and groan.
The Monday moan and groan. We got Jason Stewart. What's going on, Jason?
Oh, just hanging out, man. Good to hook up with all of you.
Yeah. So, while I was gone, I did manage to release some videos. I'm still trying to get some of that footage, and I've been having problems with it because, one, I've been having life get in the way, and two, I've been having issues with trying to get the video to sync up with the audio. It's just not working. So, I don't know what to do on that. I may need to get some technical help on that, but I've got more video to release. It's me and AWAG going a shooting from later on last year, but I just haven't gotten around to releasing all of it. I was just trying to get all the funny shit out first because, well, I thought Signanigans was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good because he's like, what? That doesn't work. Yeah, it works. It works.
It does actually, yeah.
It does.
Oh yeah.
And then he tried to get a whole thing of like, I think it wasn't 338 Lapua, but it was like, it was like 243 or something. He was trying to jam the clip of that into the M1 Garand, and I'm like, no, that doesn't fit. Don't do that.
He's dangerous, man. You better watch out for that guy.
I know.
He's dangerous.
I'll release some of that footage, and then I got footage of me shooting the Garand, and also Jason finally got a hold of his, and I don't know, Jason, have you done a video yet of yours?
No.
No, you need to do a video, man.
I tried to take pictures, and it's I got a camera like Snob's got. It doesn't get all the rifle in there. So, but since I got it, I've only messed with it a day or two, cleaned it up, put it away. Kind of been busy.
Have you properly greased it yet?
No, I haven't, because I couldn't find my grease that I had, but I got the booklet with it, with all the directions, and I've already seen where you grease it up and everything. I just want to make sure I get the right kind of grease.
Yeah, I went and bought the same grease that they used for in the military. Yeah, I know.
For sale.
I just went and got a can of that, or a tub of that, and that works wonders on that rifle. I know they say, well, there's better grease you can use because the military uses the cheapest stuff, and I understand that, but unfortunately, I can't afford to put frog lube on an M1 Garand.
Yeah, the only grease I got is I don't know. It's either Lucas or it's Shooter World or something like that. Right. It's a modern, high tech, type of grease and stuff that I use on some of my handguns. So I'm not really sure if that would be perfect for that gun or not.
You might just be able to get by with just like lithium grease. You should be okay with that. I know a lot of guys run that on their AK-47 bolts. That's pretty inexpensive from like an auto parts store.
I know the day I got it, Squib was telling me how to put a clip in it and then hit the button so that it pings out, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I had a little trouble at first getting it in because I was putting it in kind of funny. But then I got it, and, they warn you in that book about Garand thumb. Mm-hmm. They're not kidding about that. That's about a 5-pound hammer. You better get your thumb out of the way.
Did you get Garand thumb, Jason?
No, but just the getting out in the nick of time is enough to understand the importance of it.
Oh yeah,
that's a big heavy bolt that comes forward with no actual stop or anything, to lock it back. That's it's
a cool mechanism to watch it. It's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I love the rifle, man. I mean,
yeah. The grease you want to get for M1 Garand. The one that they used in the military is Lubriplate 130A. So that's what I got, and I greased my M1 with that. Yeah. And I've got a video I'm working on. I've got a video I'm working on for my M1 Garand video, but I may have to upload the video to GunTube first, and then just upload an edited one to YouTube because of copyright. Because I've got some music in there that YouTube will just take off because it's YouTube. So yeah, keep on the lookout for that. When I release that, I'll release all that stuff on Patreon first, so people can see that on Patreon if you're a patron, and after that, I'll just link everybody to it. So, but yeah, if you have an M1, I recommend you use Lubriplate 130A. It's what the military used.
Cool.
So,
yeah, it's I'm very glad to have it. A few years ago, I looked back. I was like, yeah, I'd like to have a Garand, but I never thought I'd have one.
I couldn't afford a $1,200 rifle.
Yeah, and I wish I'd have got one a few years ago when the ammo was more available for it.
So did I, but we all know that I got mine at a deal because I got mine through the CMP. So I'm happy with what I got, honestly.
Could always check with Squib too, what he might use maybe as a backup or whatever.
Squib might have some ideas.
Yeah, I got some stuff for reloading.
But I will mention this. I don't know if anybody saw Budget Guns and Gear's show last night, but don't ask Squib about people still on the fence or in the middle because, no, not a good idea.
On the fence about what, though?
On the fence about guns. Don't. It's a bad idea. I don't know. Travis, if you haven't seen Budget Guns show from last night, you need to go watch it.
No, I watched it last week, but I didn't get a chance to watch it this week. No.
Squib was completely unfiltered.
That's awesome.
Completely unfiltered and pissed off.
He's pretty lively in the evenings. I've noticed he's much more reserved and quiet in the mornings with us. So I guess I'm happy for that, I suppose. And
so
that's all right, man.
So Mystic Guns is out there. What's going on, Stacy? So we got a couple topics to talk about tonight. First off, I do want to comment on the whole. I do want to go into this a little bit and comment on the whole, impeachment trial that they had, because Senator Johnson said one of the best things you could say. Senator Johnson said, "If the Capitol riot was an armed insurrection, where were all the arms?" Because the Democrats were saying during the impeachment that it was an armed insurrection.
Well, I mean, if you had one person that had a weapon on them, I guess in theory they could technically classify it as such. But
he said this didn't seem like an armed insurrection to me. I mean, armed, when you hear armed, don't you think firearms? Here's the questions I would have liked to ask. How many firearms were confiscated? How many shots were fired? I'm only aware of one, and I'll defend that law enforcement officer for taking that shot. It was a tragedy, okay, but I think there was only one. And that was the point. Only law enforcement had guns. But they were trying to nail the president, or the former president, on law enforcement instead of the it was ridiculous.
Their evidence lacked merit.
No, their arguments lacked merit. Their evidence was nil.
Yeah, it was just a big waste of taxpayer money. If you guys, that was the biggest problem that I have with all this. Like, you don't have anything on him, and the only reason why you're doing it is just so that he doesn't run in 2024. That was the only reason why they did it. What they did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's another, failed promise. They said they were going to get a stimulus through as soon as they got reelected and whatnot, and I haven't seen a stimulus. They're working on gun control instead.
I said it before. I told you, none of us are really the Democrat supporters, I don't believe. But the people that are the Democrats, I told you, they'll promise you everything and scream and fight. And then when they get their chance into power, you'll get screwed. They're the biggest users of their own people of all time.
I realize those of you out there in the chat live with us commenting, I realize you guys, we're preaching to the choir because you guys understand this. You guys know this. You're a great group of individuals. It's just the factor is, we're trying to get this message out there to everyone else. So, we're not specifically talking to our live viewers, but we do appreciate you guys being here.
I have a question. What if he decides to do everything through executive power? How does that work? Because I never heard of how gun restrictions can be done through executive powers. So can somebody enlighten me on that?
I don't think they actually can, though, can they? I don't think that's
No.
Look at Squib's response out there, Travis.
What's that?
F those people too.
Oh, I'm not watching on the YouTube side.
Squib is in rare form tonight. Let's just say it that way.
Yeah, there you go. He's in his fighting weight right now.
Yeah, he's getting back into shape.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't believe he can do a gun ban through executive order.
No.
And anything he does executive order is going to get challenged in the court, and it can just be declared unconstitutional in the court, and it goes away. I don't think he can really do anything but instruct agencies to do this or that, but it has to be within the law.
So during the time that it's implemented, none of the law enforcement has to abide by it. That's why I'm asking, because a lot of this falls into law enforcement and those that hold the licenses for FFLs and stuff like that. That's why I'm asking those questions, because I'm like, if he can hold, if for some reason they can hold the licenses or FFLs through executive powers. That's why I'm asking if that's even possible, or does it actually have to be a law?
I think it has to be a law, but again, the problem is people are saying because Trump did the bump stock ban that he could just ban guns just straight out via executive order, and unfortunately, the Constitution says no, he can't.
Well, to actually technically and legally do it, wouldn't they have to have a constitutional amendment?
He would, but
it's not so easy to get a constitutional amendment.
When has that ever stopped the Democrat, though?
Yeah, well,
and I think people that support what he's doing or whatever will just use that as an excuse to do that in their area.
Yeah.
Whether it's legal or constitutional or not, they'll just state that's what Biden told us. So that's what we're doing.
So there's that. All right, so I'm going to go into this topic, and if anybody stop if you want to hear more about these bills, but we thought the bills that were introduced by Sheila Jackson of Texas were pretty bad. Apparently, Carolyn Maloney of New York is even worse. Okay, she's introduced H.R. 1007. Gun trafficking and crime prevention bill. Offenses. It shall be unlawful for any person, regardless of whether anything of value is exchanged, 1, to ship, transport, transfer, or otherwise dispose to a person 2 or more firearms in or affecting interstate or foreign commerce. If the transferor knows or has reasonable cause to believe that such shipping, transportation, transfer, or disposition of the firearm would be in violation of or would result in a violation of any federal, state, or local law punishable by term of imprisonment exceeding 1 year.
So in English, does that mean you can't travel with more than 2 firearms to sell?
I guess.
How do they come up with this stuff, man? It's like you're just every possible variation.
I don't know how they came up with
there must be like just a board of words, and they just throw darts at each column and just put it together and create a new combination of something they want to try to push for.
And the next one we need to look out for is HR 1006, the Gun Show Loophole Closing Act. That sounds more like a show on Broadway than it sounds more like an actual law. But apparently, it's a bill that she put in. Basically, this one is intended to kill off gun shows altogether by making compliance too burdensome for them to continue. Gun show organizers would have to register FFL style. All firearms transactions would require NICS checks, as if they don't already. With complete bound book type record keeping requirements, though separately from the dealer's actual bound book. This means all transactions, even you, a mere attendee, offering to buy that old Mauser slung over another attendee's shoulder. All vendors, whether a vendor renting space or Mauser on the shoulder guy, must be reported to the government in advance of the show. Basically, the latter point shuts down private sales on premises completely.
Oh, man, I don't know.
They're either so ignorant or naive that they don't understand that Second Amendment was written because of people like them.
Exactly.
Well, it gets worse, and we're going through these because I feel that we need to be aware of these, and we need to let all of our Congress critters and our senators know that this shit ain't gonna fly. And that's why I need everyone to listen. I need everyone to go along with me on this. We can discuss it at the yin-yang after I go over it. But guys, I need you guys to be aware of what's going on, and we need to fight what we can where we can. All right? So the next one that is worse is the NICS Review Act. Basically, they're adding a section. Section 2, requirement that NICS records be retained for at least 90 days. Did you catch that one?
What do they need that kind of access for?
Yeah. If you didn't catch that, background checkers would have to be kept for at least 90 days. There is no maximum. They could keep records forever, just as the FBI has always wanted. All the better to build a registration database.
Yep, that's their backdoor registration. They'll keep the records, and you're not allowed to sell anything without going to another record.
Mm-hmm. The next one is HR 1004, and this is the worst one, okay? Because this would set up this is not federal level, this is not state level, this is national level. And basically, what it does is the Firearm Risk Protection Act. What does that sound like to you? That sounds like a federal red flag law to me. Would require that every gun owner buy a firearm liability insurance policy and present proof of coverage before purchasing any firearm. Just like that, murder insurance is suddenly a good thing. Maloney's bill makes mention of how they would get criminals to buy the policies. Perhaps they can offer group discounts for gang members.
Well, insurance companies are trying to drive this because that means sales for them.
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
This is stupid as hell.
But they also
people can get
it also
insurance for
adds
their guns
red
now.
flagging in there too. So that's why, yeah, I don't like it.
Well, the big one too is also they're trying to take away any liability protection for the manufacturers.
Yeah, well, that's separate from this. So
yeah, it's not mentioned in these here, but that's what else.
The last one is HR 1008, the Handgun Trigger Safety Act.
Oh my God!
This would mandate smart handguns, among other fine points. It would set up grants for the development of smart gun technology, but the grants are tricky. At least 70% of a grant must be spent developing smart tech for new guns. No more than 20% could be spent developing smart tech to retrofit existing guns. 5 years after this bill becomes law, all new handguns must be smart guns, whether or not anyone has actually developed practical smart gun technology yet.
And if they aren't, then what happens?
10 years after this bill becomes law, no previously existing handgun may be sold unless it has been retrofitted with smart technology. Remember how the bill deliberately restricted the use of grant funds to develop those retrofits?
They did.
Yep. So those are some of the bills that are coming out of the woodwork right now.
Why don't they just pass a law that says you're not supposed to kill somebody?
They did.
Oh, problem solved. This is just a waste of time.
I know.
Exactly.
I know. It's one giant waste of time on our end.
Well, and for them, it's getting them publicity, and if there's ideas out there, they
think it's going to make them the new poster child for civil rights or whatever.
Did you see?
By the way,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Mario. That's fine.
No, I said I don't know. I saw this new post, something about Kamala Harris taking a lot of the calls from world leaders, and I'm like, see, this is her game plan all along. I've been saying that since I knew about Kamala Harris taking over as a vice president. I don't see Biden lasting 4 years, man. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I got a feeling that eventually she's gonna take over, and that girl is tyrannical as hell.
That woman is crazy.
Yes, she is.
And
she's certifiable.
There's got to be an underlined reason why those troops are still in Washington, D.C. They come right in, took over, all of a sudden there's no more border wall and there's no troops there. But now there's walls, fences, barbed wire, and troops all around Washington, D.C., and saying they're going to stay there for a while. I heard today they've already spent $500 million on those troops with a B. While, they run around and cry all this, the stimulus, the environment, and all that. Look what's actually happening and what they're doing.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the stimulus. Where are those $1,400 they promised everyone?
Initially, they stated 90 days for the troops. So, we'd still be within that technically. So, if that's still holding true.
Yeah, the last report I got is that they're going to keep them there till the fall. And I'm like, there's no justifiable reason for you to keep National Guard troops that long. Not only that, but a lot of these National Guardsmen have employers. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep them there for so long, especially how can really employers justify this? If they were going overseas and they were fighting a war or something like that, that's fine. But for them to be stateside in the state cap in the nation's capital, it doesn't make any sense, man. You see what I'm saying? And eventually, not only that, but this is hindering most states. And their governors should do something about it. It shouldn't be to the point where they're being kept to the fall, because I'm telling you, I think a lot of them, because I dealt with this on a regular basis. A lot of employers are all about helping on National Guard troops, but many of these National Guard troops are key managers in their organizations, and they're not there. And it's for like something that's really not justifiable, or really something that most employers are going to want to support.
Yeah,
that's a good point, man.
Yep. Remember, guys, if you have a question or a comment that you'd like me to read, remember, you can do that by sending in a super chat, or by using my name, saying @NightStrike1, and the comment or question. So just remember to do that. All right. What else? Has anyone gotten a hold of what Biden has been calling for as far as gun control so far? Because I want to go over some of that, because we still got like half an hour to go over that. I was wondering if anybody got a hold of what he's actually called for, or if it's just still, in Biden's own words, malarkey.
It seems to me like he's really focusing on the AR-15 and any of those AK platforms. That seems to me like his driving aspect with all the gun control, and also the whole thing with the gun shows. No, that's his driving force. This is the same thing that Obama did last time. But I think also we need to really look at what we did last time that really saved us. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I was really scared about that whole incident after Sandy Hook, because you really think about it, it took a lot of people were for some sort of control on this matter. And I mean, even so many of us, because we're all parents and grandparents, this affected a lot of us. At this point, I really don't think they have that kind of driving force. And the fact that many millennials and liberals ended up purchasing guns for self-protection, especially during this whole defund the police fiasco, I just really don't think it's going to gain any ground, or at least not enough to a point where it's going to get the necessary votes. But that's just my point.
Yeah, I think trying to enact another assault weapons ban, or just a ban of firearms or ammunition in general is a bad idea, and it's probably a death sentence for anyone's campaign or for anyone's administration. But again, Mario, let's be honest, if you're a sitting president, you really don't care if you're in your last 4 years, right?
Yeah, he's a one-timer if he can even make it that far.
Joe's not in his last 4 years, but with Obama, he was. So it didn't matter whether he was able to do this, that, or the other. There was no chance of him getting anything done.
Yeah. Yeah. But, what really scares me with all this stuff is that he's got the media on his side. He's got a lot of these little, young voters that are out there just spreading the word and passing all this stuff on to other people. And it's getting to the same issues that we had back then. But I think the biggest thing that we all have to do is that it doesn't matter what gun rights organization you want to support. I think we should just support as many gun organizations as possible, to include even the NRA, which is, I have my own issues with that organization, but that might be our best source.
Yeah, well, there's lots of options there. We got a couple of other comments. We'll go through them. Travis, you would be the foremost expert on Glocks. Two Live Moose says, will CLP freeze on a Glock barrel in -8 degrees at night strike? I don't know. I don't live in sub-zero temperature.
You're going to have to watch. Yep, you're going to have to watch the video if you want the answer on that. So that's all I can say about that.
So you've got a video of that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my most recent video that I did.
All right. Well, Two Live Moo, go watch Travis's video.
I should have done it this morning when it was 20 degrees below zero to see if that would make a difference, or maybe try REM oil instead. But I was just curious because that topic came up from a discussion I had with Defense Dad about, maybe getting our guns out to the range and oiling them up and see if they'll freeze, and not function. But I do remember taking my concealed carry class many years ago. It was in March when I took it. Excuse me. And it was like 11 or 12 degrees outside. And the instructor said, if you got any excess of gun oil on your gun, you want to definitely wipe it off. He goes, if you got an all metal gun, really make sure that you're running it dry for the shooting portion of the test, because when we get out there with the wind and everything, if you're sitting there, there's a possibility parts could freeze. And I was like, oh, really? So I thought, just recently I'm kind of sitting around and I got a couple free minutes. I'm like, let's just put some CLP out there and just see what happens. So if you want to see if it actually freezes and turns to ice, you'll just have to watch the video. Yeah. It's only like 3.5 minutes or 4 minutes long. It's pretty quick.
Cleepless says at Night Strike, look up Terror Improvement Act. I have, but as far as I know, that went nowhere. The Terror Intelligence Improvement Act of 2019, that went nowhere. I don't know if they've reintroduced it or not.
You were asking about what Biden's plan is, what he's done. You don't know what he did the last couple of days?
What did he do the last couple of days? Regale us.
Well, I hate to say, I thought about it before. Yeah, how they just love the tragedy. So, I'd hate to see another school shooting happen. But, the schools aren't open. But I just had that in my mind for some reason lately. Like, I figured they'd throw that in their gun control stuff. And then here he come out and he made a statement. And that's all he wanted to do was talk about the school in Florida and other things. And he listed in there, he was instructing Congress to ban assault weapons, whatever that is, magazines, and let the gun manufacturers be sued out of existence.
Yeah,
the letter made a statement, put it all out there. That's pretty much how he said it. And it's been far too long, and there's no justice for the families from the schools.
Wow.
I just want to say something real quick. I do want to make a statement. Nebraska schools have been open since August with students in class, so we're open for business. I just want to get that out there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There may be states and cities where the schools have been closed, but
not in every state.
Who the hell wants to live in Nebraska? I'm just saying.
Doesn't matter. Our schools are open. That's the point. So when they say schools aren't open, it kind of like, make sure you do your research before you just, because we've had kids since day one back in August. So.
Seven Wonder says at Night Strike, wouldn't it be nice if we could just ban socialists, extreme lefties, and anti-gunners? It would be nice. It would be nice, but unfortunately, that's life. You know, we have to live in reality. We can't do that, unfortunately.
We can only hope to turn them. That's all we can hope to do.
Yeah, I kind of a squib on that. There's no chance. There's no way in heck we're gonna turn people like that.
I think you can make people
turn themselves.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about friends and family that have become gun owners and how they've kind of changed their viewpoint on firearms. Now, they weren't opposed to them, but they just weren't exactly owners. I think that's different than people who were opposed to them and then changed. But
yeah, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, if they really do walk back on making manufacturers liable for anything some criminal does, then why not do the same thing for everybody else? Why only hold the standard to firearms? Why not hold it to every other company too?
Well, we got just as many people that die in car accidents every year as we do gunshots, so maybe the car manufacturers need to be sued now too,
Or the vaccine manufacturers, or medical malpractice.
Hey, does,
or
does
anybody that's ever
life loss from a
hold on,
standard Bic lighter.
Mario, what'd you say?
I said, does anybody know the status of that Cabela's ammunition lawsuit that was going on? Something about, if you guys recall that one, this happened like this past summer.
No, I don't know.
I know, but I know the story behind it, but I don't know what the courts ended up. I wonder if they settled out of court, maybe.
Erstwhile says that Night Strike. What's that video Walt made about GunTube? I haven't got to see it yet. Who's Walt? That's what I want to know.
Well, he's making videos about you.
Okay, people making videos about GunTube. Okay, whatever.
There's a video on GunTube about GunTube?
I don't know. Erstwhile, you're gonna have to use more vowels, please.
Yeah.
Squid is saying conversion is a tactic of the left. Yeah, I know. I don't want to adopt those kind of tactics because honestly, it seems like we do more work trying to convert people than we do trying to get our message out there. And it seems like it's a failing tactic. I mean, I'm not saying we should adopt their tactics, but we should come up with counters to their tactics.
If you guys want to snatch a few people up, I can point out some neighborhoods to drop them off at, and if they make it out, they'll probably want a gun.
You thinking Bronx or what?
Okay, he says Walt Anderson. I don't know who Walt Anderson is. So.
Some parts of Jersey, too. You have to spread it out a little bit. We don't want to get in trouble.
So no, I have not seen this video.
So he looks like he's a podcaster if we're looking at the same person here. I don't see anything mentioned about GunTube at all.
Maybe it's not even the right person. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know what you're referring to, Erstwhile. If you can link us later, great. If not, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it says TFW GunTube DGAF about your rights. I have no idea. What's TFW mean as an acronym? I'm not really down for some of those. Here, I'll give you guys a link to it. You can check it out later.
Yeah.
Put on the internal for you here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't even know what the acronyms stand for, so it's hard to tell. There's your internal for you guys. Good to go.
feeling when GunTube doesn't care, give a fuck about your rights. I don't know what he's referring to. I don't know if he's talking about GunTubers in general, or if he's talking about a singular company or whatnot. I don't watch his stuff. I'll look at it later. If it's just him just spouting off, then he's just him spouting off. I mean, hey, you're welcome to your own opinion. Doesn't mean I have to like it or have to care about it. I mean, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Wanting or owning a gun and being pro-Second Amendment are two separate things, Squib says. And they are. They definitely are. So there's that. Well, let's see. Does anybody have anything they'd like to talk about? Anything they want to throw out there?
How's everybody doing with the ammo? I noticed some people are getting ammo and some aren't. So just wondering.
It's more like the second option for me. The only stuff I'm able to get right now is, in small quantities, is 7.62 by 39 steel case. And that's just like the Tool or the Wolf stuff. That's all I'm getting right now. Because I can't afford any other ammo.
I haven't looked. I checked a couple places, and they were pretty much wiped out. The place I've been getting lucky at, I haven't gone and checked lately, but prices are so high everywhere, and honestly not that concerned. If I see something, more than likely it's going to be priced at a point that I'm not going to buy it anyway. So
the only thing that kind of bugs me with the pricing, and I don't know, I guess, yeah. I mean, I've got plenty of ammo, so I'm good. But when you see places like Brownells or PSA or some of the companies that we tend to buy from, I guess you could say because we trust them or whatever, and they're in a business to make money, I get it. But when they start selling 9 for like $65 a box, it's like, come on, guys, this is crazy, for just ball ammo, or 45 or 40, But even locally, our local Shields sells 9mm at $14.99 a box. They get it in once in a while. But there's some smaller gun stores that charge more. Maybe that's because they don't have any more access. They're trying to make what money they can off of, with the inventory that they have. But just kind of shocks me a little bit that places like PSA or Brownells will be dropping those kinds of prices, Of course, their gun prices are up big time too. So it's, that's nothing really surprises me anymore.
I haven't noticed much of a rise in the guns in my area. Obviously, things went up a little bit, but it's New York, and it's normally higher than normal anyway. But
yeah,
selection's slim. But it's the ammo where it's just kind of skyrocketed in a sense. And then, I'm more than likely to find ammo on consignment sale that's jacked up to the point where, the dealer is going to be making 20% off the purchase too. So it's up there. So, like the guy will laugh like, yeah, there's that. I don't know if you want that, but, make a joke about it. But there's, the one time I was in there was the 5.56 in the cardboard 20-round boxes. The boxes were separate on the shelf. Looked like they'd been sitting in, somebody's shed for 20 years or something. The rounds were like so corrosive that you kind of had to check them. I looked at them real quick, and the guy was telling me, I forgot what he wanted, but I think it was like 20 or 25 a box or something like that. And you really had to look to see if they were even usable in a sense. I would have tried to shoot them, but I wasn't paying that kind of money. Like, I would have messed with them for free, maybe just out of curiosity. But there's no way I'd pay anywhere near normal full price for them. And a guy came in when I was there and bought what was there, which blew my mind.
I'm looking at one for you. Of course, it's sold out, believe it or not. But
so, let's see.
380 caliber Hornady at Freedom Munitions website. It's sold out, but it was American Hornady, American Gunner, hollow points, $3.20 a round.
Yeah, so $65 a box.
Wow,
It would have been
that's
probably
harsh.
20,
Rolling Trip
25, I suppose.
Rolling Trip says his local academy only had 4 handguns and a handful of hunting shotguns left, and he says, and laugh at you if you mention ammo.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's how it is.
Target Sports online had 7.62 by 39 20 round boxes for like $14 if anybody's looking, as of I think yesterday or something. So it's been there a couple days. So I don't know.
The script is saying if you bought ammunition years ago, the current shortage should be a non-issue. That's if you never shot any of it. I mean, the script also says saying, "Why aren't you stocked up?" Well, it's also a good point. I'm not saying I don't have any ammo. I'm just saying that I would like more than what I have. That's my issue. But for some of the people that are just now buying guns, they're gonna have a hard time finding ammunition, and unfortunately, that's the way it is. And apparently, from what I've been hearing, the reason why ammo manufacturers aren't ramping up production is because they don't want to get caught in a situation when the demand slumps. They'll have all this ammunition, they'll have all this extra equipment and people available to make ammunition, and they can't sell it fast enough at a price to continue operations. That's why they aren't making it.
I think the demand's going to be there for a long time because there's guys like us that have ammo that shoot, but would like to maybe restock or buy a bit more.
Squib, I'm going to have to call you out. You need to make a video of that if you do that.
What's the topic?
Squib says, all this talk makes me want to lay out my ammunition on the floor and sleep on it. Squib, make a video of it or take a picture. People would find that hilarious.
Just preferably with some clothes on, though, this time.
Or awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't. I might poke a little bit. You might want to be careful.
You might want to put a sheet or
if
something.
I can find it.
Yeah.
I have,
Defense that is right.
Like the sheet too. So.
That would be an awfully lumpy mattress, right? It would be, but at least he has ammo. No. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't have ammo. I just don't have as much as I'd like it. I'd like to have. I'd like to be able to shoot more, but I'm not shooting right now because I don't want to use the ammo I've got. So, and that's this. I don't think I'm the only person that has that problem. Am I?
What's that? Not having enough ammo?
I don't have as much ammo as I'd like, so I don't shoot it as much because I want to hold on to it. Am I the only person
conserving your ammo?
Right.
No, you're not the only one. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I got plenty, but I've been buying for years. But I also go through a lot when I'm making videos. So to me, I usually try to replace what I shoot, but not at these prices. So I'll just be cutting it into what I have. But I think I'm pretty good for now.
Right. So
I don't like having to conserve a ration. It's not the fact of having or not having; it's the disruption of normal pattern of just buying when I go out, finding stuff at regular price, and being able to stock without it being all crazy.
Scrib does bring up a good point. He says, "Dragons sleep on precious metals and gems. Why not ammunition?" Well, Squib, if you want to sleep on ammo, go for it. No one's stopping you, buddy. Just be aware it might not be as comfortable as you think it is.
This is America, man. You can sleep on ammo. You can sleep with ammo. You can sleep with whoever you want.
Who are we to judge?
Exactly.
Yeah. Roland Tripp says, remember 2017, the Trump slump in guns and ammo sales? I bought way too much. I thought then. I think now, not enough. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Oh God! Defense Dad told Squib just. He says, Defense Dad says, I want to swim in my ammo like Scrooge McDuck in his gold. and Squib is saying at Defense Dad, that's a great idea. I can fill a small pool and go swimming.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Pool. There you go.
He just needs to fill it up with all of his ammo and just do a speaking squibbish from the pool side, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. He's sitting in there on like a little float with like a little Maui drink, you know?
Yeah, yes, he has to have some sort of drink with the obligatory umbrella out of it.
Just be sitting there. 4 years ago, I told you to buy ammo. I told you so. He starts laughing, maniacally, and then the camera fades out,
Hey, Squib, can I borrow a couple buckets full of your pool water?
Yeah, there you go. And then the next scene, he flashes over to some of the bread lines out in front of Academy Sports,
Yep, there you go. There you go.
Crazy stuff, man.
So that's just that. Why don't we go through the room, let everyone give their outros, and we'll get on our way. I don't have anything else to really talk about this evening. I think we've gone through everything. So
good discussion, man. Good discussion. Brought up some good points.
Granted, I was just trying to let everyone get all the information out there to everyone so that we can, be aware that, Sheila Jackson Lee isn't the only crazy Democrat trying to push bills through the government. So we need to be aware and take issue with anybody else that tries. So remember, inform your Congress critters, your senators, and whatnot. So with that, let's go through the room. Travis, what can we expect from you in the following days?
Well, I got a video coming out tomorrow. I'm going to be showing off a lower receiver on an AR that I'm going to be testing here soon. If we ever get above freezing temperatures.
You won't.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, check out my channel, Travis B11. Got a lot of good content over there. I got a ton of videos for you. And then the Caliber Corner podcast that we do every Saturday. We're going to do a little knife discussion on Saturday. We haven't talked knives in 125 episodes, so I figured it's probably about time. We're probably overdue. So we're going to have a little knife chat on Saturday. It should be a good one. Otherwise, yeah, check out the channel. Got a lot of good stuff, and check out everybody here on the podcast. They got great content themselves. Yeah. And yeah, good stuff, man. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Rob, NY Outcast. Final words of wisdom.
May the force be with you.
And also with you. Yeah. All right. I'll take that one. Jason, when are we going to see your M1?
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's it. That is what she said. No, but seriously, you got to do a video. I'm working on my video, so you got to ante up.
Yeah, I do need to make a video. I know for sure this year's Let Freedom Ring video or Memorial Day, I'll be using the M1 in my Army Colt. So I know I'll do that for sure.
All right.
Thanks for the invite. Good hanging out with you. And check out Rick's Life as I See It tomorrow night, 7:00. All
right. Check Rick out. Battle Bean, Mario Mosen, what's going on? Anything new? Anything? No, you've got a new YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, it's called 11 Bravo Grunt. I haven't really added. I have videos. I just haven't added them yet. But yeah, if you guys check it out, I really appreciate it. And also don't forget to check me out, Mario Mosen, on Instagram, and also Mario Mosen on YouTube. So thank you very much for the invite.
All right, no problem. Again, everyone, thanks for being out there on the YouTube chat, commenting, leaving us, comments and questions. Again, if you got any suggestions for topics, again, you can email me, nightstrike@gmail.com, or you can, post a comment in the video, say, hey, talk about this next, or anything. I'm up for anything. If you want to show off some gun porn, that's cool too. So just let us know. All right. But with that, we're gonna close this one up. We're gonna wrap it up, and everyone's gonna go over to John's Sandhill Shooters Get Off My Lawn show. So with that, we'll see you later. Thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, but I am for real.
Bye, Felicia.
Adios, Felicia.
Adios, Felicia.
Adios, Felicia.
Te amo, Felicia.
That's right. Te amo mucho, mi amor.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Sí, es muy bien.
Sí.
So Mario, you're curious about who wants to live in Nebraska? Hey, look, man, we got 2 million cows living in this state. And they're